Hey guys, welcome to my page, DIY Crafts with Dar. Happy Tuesday! Oh my goodness. We have a pretty quick project today. I pre-painted my pieces and even shaded them already, inked the edges. So I have to be there, early again. And it does take a bit of time through traffic. I got there right on time yesterday, but still. Yeah, traffic can be a little bit crazy when you're hauling a trailer through morning traffic. It's never fun. So, anyways, it's not for the meek of heart. I'm always careful, but it can be a pain in the butt. So, anyways, guys, we have our little Sasquatch ornament today. So the light up one. So there's a regular one that does not light up. We'll probably add a few little dots to that once we get it glued together. And then we are gonna speckle them, but they need to be glued together first. And then we'll put the lights in. So I think that's the most tricky part. You guys know how to paint and all that. I'll tell you all the colors that I used. It's not difficult. So how is everybody? Go ahead and say hello. Let me put you down to the project so you can see what we're making. Oh my goodness, guys. The craft show is going fantastic. I did do a Facebook Live on my regular page yesterday on just my page to show all of the craft show. It looks fantastic. We have a few less crafters this time, but we filled the whole place. We even had one crafter that had to cancel because they had a death in the family yesterday, and so we had to scramble and fill the spot. So anyways, yeah, I know that we are probably always going to have something happen, so we just don't stress. We don't stress. Okay, look at these. Let me go in closer. So I did pre-paint. I did shade everything. Okay, so I painted. Let me show you what I did. So my paint colors. So my Sasquatch is burnt umber, and then his hat is white, and then the red is our Tuscan red. And then I used aloe for the lighter tree. I used medium Hauser green for the darker tree. I used what blue is that? It's our dark blue. It's our Royal Navy. Royal Navy for the background, and then white for the snow and the snowflakes. And then I used zinc for behind here. And then I did slate gray. So I just used the sponge. Remember how we do the sponge for that? And then I inked everything. Well, actually, before that, I used our chippy brush and put the white on the area so you can kind of see what I did with that with the chippy brush. See how you can you see the white? Can you see it? It's probably hard to see. There is white on there. Anyways, and then I inked the edges. So we're ready to glue together, but let me go ahead and say hello. Let me see if Cheryl's on there. Cheryl's package came yesterday, so let me see if Cheryl's on here, and let me get this shared over to VIP group if it'll let me. Like we said yesterday, there have been some updates to Facebook, and I'm not able to share to my own page. Yeah, it's not, the option's not there. Why is it? I can copy the link and do it that way, but my group is not there. That is just the weirdest thing. Why did they change things? Why? Oh why? Oh why? Yeah, and my channel's not there. Yeah, that's the craziest thing. I bet other people are having that same issue. I can copy the link, and then I can go over to my page, I guess, to my VIP page somehow. Maybe. Oh no, it's not letting me. Isn't that funny how sometimes you just can't do the things that you need to do? Yeah, it isn't letting me. Okay, well, you know what? We're live on here, and hopefully people see it. Okay, let me go ahead and say hello. Let me put myself in the corner. Darlene, go to the corner. Other corner. There we go. I had to restart everything this morning, so running just a few minutes later than I want to be. But anyways, let me say hello. We have to get going really quickly on these. Good morning, Melissa. How are you? Hi, Doris, my sister. Hey, Lori. Good morning. Hi, Bridget. Hi, Carrie. Good morning, Sherry. Hi, Betty. How are you? Hi, Chris. Hello, Pam. Hi, Vicky. Good morning, Janine. I know, Jenny. Aren't they so cute? You bought the angel for me last weekend in Alpine. Nice. Thank you so much, Jenny. I wasn't there, so I didn't know you bought that. Awesome. Hey, Sheila, how are you? This is so cute. I've had so many people ask me, how do I do this? So let me go over the colors again if you're just hopping on. So burnt umber for our Sasquatch, aloe for the light trees, medium Hauser green for the dark trees, royal navy for the background blue, and then white and Tuscan red for the hat, and then zinc for behind here, and then our slate gray. Okay, so let's just start gluing together, and then we're gonna speckle, and then we're gonna do the lights. But I have limited amount of time today, so we have to get scooting on this. So how is everybody doing? Our show opened last night, so we opened at 4:00, and we had people out there waiting. We had one guy, he is the cutest. So his name is Bob, and he comes to the shows and he buys a whole bunch of stuff. And he's an older gentleman, so he has to park close. He gets there an hour early so that he can get a close parking spot. And then yesterday he seemed tired, so we actually had him come and sit on the chair and rest a little bit. But he was there shopping. We let people in a little bit early because, gosh, they've been waiting out there a long time. Some people didn't know that we opened at 4:00. They showed up at 3:00. They came back, but Bob sat there that whole time, and we're like, we're just gonna let them in. We're gonna let him in because Bob deserves to come in first. So, hey, Sylvia, how are you? Oh, Jenny, yeah, I will see you in Escondido, not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. Yeah. I know, because I looked at my calendar. I'm like, wait a second, I have a free weekend, not this weekend, but the next. And it was quicker to buy than to paint. Yeah. You're so funny. Sheila says, not ready for your show on Thursday. Oh gosh, we're never completely ready. Hey Laura, how are you? Good morning. Hi Sarah. I pre-painted because I do have to be there at a certain time today. So I pre-painted. We're going to glue it together, and then we'll put the lights on. I think that's the most tricky part for people. I want them to be able to see the light part again, because painting you guys kind of have down. You know how to paint. You just kind of need direction on the colors sometimes, and everything else. The lights, is kind of tricky. You know how to do the bows. You know how to do the bead. But kind of a review on the lights would be helpful, and hopefully, I do have. This is my saving grace with the lights, with the hot glue. I use a multi-tool. So, okay, so it goes together like that, a tree on each side, and then Sasquatch in the center. So the craft show is going really well. It was busy last night. I'm not going to say it was a record night. We have had some nights where you could hardly even walk through. I think it's going to be it's going to end up being a really good craft show. It's not going to be like some years you can barely walk through the aisles, and that's kind of miserable, and people kind of learn, and so they don't always go the first night. But everything looked really good. We're able to fill everything, even like I said, scrambling last minute. We had 2 people still to come, and I was like, you probably should call this person and see when they're going to get there. And Sandy called, and because I'm training Sandy, and Sandy calls, and the lady's in tears, and she had somebody just pass away. So and I know they, when things happen like that, you don't always think, well, I'm supposed to be at this place and these people are waiting for me. That's not the first thing on your mind. Your family's your first thing on your mind. So anyway, so we had somebody that canceled like last minute. So we moved things around. We made it work. And then I got done right at 2 o'clock, which was our cutoff time. That was our cut. I'm going to add some little dots. Maybe I should do that right now. I am going to add some little dots. We are going to speckle too. Once we have it all glued together, we will speckle so that it looks like it's snowing. Even though I did dry brush. I did pre-paint. But I'm going to put a few little dots in here because this one doesn't, this is the one without the lights. Okay, so this is just a regular ornament. I'm going to tell you that the lighted ornaments are selling the best. I have 2 left on the shelf. So it'll be good to bring in 1 more. And you have those people that just love Sasquatch. So I'm sure that this will be snatched up. I think I will put some under there. Okay, so I will dry that. Let's go ahead and dry this. So I'm just putting some little snowflakes, kind of basically with a stylus. So I know, aren't they cute? Mid-month, yes. Seasons, yes. Seasons is not this next weekend, but the weekend after. I know, because I had to look at my calendar. I was so excited that I had a weekend in between to make more product because I am very, 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 very low. I could say that a dozen times. Very low on my Christmas section as far as standards. I'm also low on my signs. My ornaments, I still have a decent amount of ornaments. But I'm extremely low on things. I have no restock at all now. I had restock last week that I could put up. I have no restock to put up on the shelves. So as it sells, it's just I'm just spreading things around. I sold almost all of my duckies. I have like a lot of them. I only have 1. My Christmas ducks. Remember the Christmas ducks? And I sold a lot of my little probably about half of my elves. You know, the little boy and girl elves that we made. I sold about half of those. All my big lighted things sold last week. So like the nativity that's lighted, I sold 2 of those. Oh, I got 4 more nativities finished last night to take. I took them with me yesterday to finish at the craft show. There was not time. It took me longer to set my stuff up. I have a large everyday section in my booth because I had extra space. And so I went out to my trailer and I got everything that is out, like all of my bee things, all of my watermelon things, all of my strawberry things. Remember that we painted earlier, like in the spring? I have those in my booth. So there's a section, and I did sell some last night. So I needed fillers. I needed some fillers that weren't going to sell so that my booth stays looking full. Sometimes you have to have fillers that that everything's not going to sell, because you don't want your booth to look empty. If you have never done a craft show, that's kind of a strategy. You want to have things in there. You don't want to sell every single thing. When people come to your booth, you want it to still look full. The mentality of shoppers is if they go to a booth and there's only a handful of things left, they feel like they missed out. You always want your booth to look full so that they feel like, oh, I got here in time. I didn't miss out. I mean, honestly, it's the way that you don't want people to think that, gosh, I got there too late. And then they start feeling like, oh, I failed. So anyways, I think of that a lot, that I think of my customers. I make sure that I have product that's going to stay in the booth, and a lot of times that stuff will start selling. The things that I think are going to be left at the end aren't always left at the end, but you do need to have fillers. You have things that are going to be there a while that aren't going to sell right away. This is so cute. I think these are going to sell right away. So 2 of them will be ornaments, and one's lighted and one's not, and then one is going to be a stander. So they say Merry Squatchmas. I spelled it wrong when I did my broadcast thing to you guys. I spelled it wrong. I put Squatmas. Merry Squatmas. Not Squatchmas. Oh my goodness. So don't stop believing. Don't stop believing. Let me see if Cheryl, if you hop on, let me know. I did receive Cheryl's package. I was going to show you the t-shirts. Let me know if you hop on. I do have messages I have not even been able to get to. I won't be able to get to till I get back to work on Wednesday. So I'm just not able to do everything. So let me look at messages here. I can look at messages here. I'm just getting it glued together. I'll tell you colors one more time before we're done because I did pre-paint. So thank you, Kimberly. How are you? Hi, Angie. I know I have a message in there from you. I am not able to even look at stuff at the moment. Oh my goodness. They never know. They want them into, oh, you're right. That's right. That's right. So I put everything out. So I put everything, and we always want a full booth. Yeah, Judy agrees. Always want a full booth. I overfill my booth because you can't get in there. Especially like up at Alpine, there is no getting in there. Restocking, I would walk by it, I would move things around. So you want extra stuff in there so that you have stuff to move around. You're not going to be able to pull out crates from underneath your tables when you have customers in there. I know sometimes you guys have a booth where you sit behind your table and you're able to do that because you can pull from the other side. But you cannot pull from the front of your table if you have customers walking through because it's a hazard, a tripping hazard. So we always make sure that our booths are extra full. We restock in the morning before customers get there. We restock when there is a lull in traffic. We'll go under the booths and get boxes out and hurry and grab a few things and restock. But yeah, it's a hazard if it's too full. Some of the shows are busy the whole time. Like last night, we were pretty busy. You know, it was steady. It was very steady. We did restock at the end. We got to do that because it slowed down. The last half an hour was only a handful of people. But yeah, it's been a good show so far. We're open 9 to 7 today, and then we tear down. So it's a very long day for me. And I apologize. This month's monthly club that we do, that Tara and I make, it will be coming on Thursday. It's not even coming tomorrow. I'm so sorry. Because I have to paint the samples. So it's a little late. We're a little late. So I was hoping Cheryl would hop on. I did get her package, but I want to wait and show it when she's on here. So she sent me 2 shirts and they are adorable. I guess I could show it and she could watch the replay. But I need to wash them because they have a faint smell of it's like a fragrance, and it's probably from the manufacturer. I always wash things just in case, because you know how sensitive I am. Oh, let's glue this together too. Okay, and then we're gonna speckle. And then we do need to glue the backs on them though too. Maybe we should do that. And then we will put the lights on. So I wanted to show you all of the things. I do have to kind of hurry because time is running out on me already. Time is running. I had to reset my my camera, and so that was a problem. Okay, let's see. One goes on one goes on there. This goes on here. Okay, so let's do that. And then we'll speckle, and then we'll put lights in. I don't know if we'll be able to do lights on both of them. I might have to do one at the craft show. We'll see. Let's get this glued though. Oh, gotta glue this too. All right. How is everybody? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. It's a crazy life that I lead. I feel like I'm just running. The thing is that I'm not in charge. So if I'm 10 minutes late, I'm okay, because guess what? I don't have to be there. Sandy has to be there. It's kind of nice to not be in charge anymore. Judy knows that feeling. It's kind of nice to pass the torch. I'm there for her, but guess what? If Darlene If Darlene has to finish up something at home first, that's okay. Right? So hope you guys are all having a good day so far. It's going to be a good long day for me. I may even go out to my truck and take a nap today at some point when it slows down. We will have our like afternoon lull where people are picking kids up from school. It gets really slow. Slows down and lunchtime too. It slows down when people are eating lunch. So, yeah. All right. We are going to speckle these. I am going to glue this on so it can be drying. We'll put the lights in. We'll get at least one of them done for you. Hopefully two. The lights, yeah, they take probably 5 minutes for each side, for each one to do the lights. It can be tricky, but you know what? If you don't have the rubber tip finger things, the finger protectors, and you've done Chocolate Torte, use your multi-tool. The multi-tool works great, or your detail tool. They work great to protect your fingers. Okay, there's that. Okay, we do have to bring in some paper towels. I'm going to move these over right there. I need this because that's my stuff. You'll be at the Lady of Grace Navajo on Saturday. Oh, nice. Yeah, it is a good show. Yeah, there's a couple of shows. So St. Michael's is coming up. What else? St. Michael's and Lady of Grace. I think there was another one that I was thinking. We've gotten the backs figured out and need to glue the outer edges to the ornaments. Oh yeah, I know exactly. I have to do that so that I know what goes with what. And then I have to always remember to thread the lights through so that I don't mess it up. I think this slid. Yeah, it slid a little bit. It's okay. No one's going to know because they don't know how it's supposed to be. Okay, we're just going to speckle these really quickly. I have my paint right here and don't slide down, stay, my toothbrush. Not my toothbrush, but a toothbrush. You might visit. Oh, nice. Yeah. You should go see it. Claremont Canyon, too. You'll be volunteering at your youngest grandson's book fair. Oh, fun. Nice. Oh, yeah, I put one on each. That's right, Sarah. That's what I do. I put one on each. And then I glue that together. So one side has one, and then the back side has one. I think I glued that on the wrong thing. I did. I don't, did I glue it on the wrong thing? No, that's right. Go back, put it back on there. It does have to have a hole. Once upon a time, I glued this onto the one that had the hoop, and that is the wrong one. Okay, Darlene, just keep going. Just keep swimming. Okay, I'm gonna speckle. So water, paint, okay. I'm kind of going back. There's not much paint on here. Okay, so I think we're good. I'm going to test it out on the base. I'm just pulling my finger backwards. I want it to snow on here. So I'm just adding speckles. And it's snowing on my project. So it's just giving him little speckles of paint on there. So that's all it was. It's all I need. I'm looking for a place to put this because I have the shirts over here. I don't want to put on this shirt. Okay. And I need to wipe my finger. And now we just need to dry this really quickly on the 15th. Claremont Canyon is the 15th. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So we have a little bit of time in between. Where's my thing? Oh, there I am right there. Okay, so I did pre-paint. I did burnt umber on Sasquatch, white and Tuscan red on the hat, Royal Navy on the background, aloe, and medium Hauser green on the trees. zinc and slate on the bottom. Okay. All right, so let's do some of our lights really quick. So they come already wrapped up. You just want to unwrap it and get it open. What I do is I open it up and I just pull it so that it's completely straight so that you can thread it through. You have to thread it through the back first. Okay, that's so important to do that, and then Velcro the piece on. Okay, so it's going to go through the back. So you thread it through the back, and then we're going to Velcro the part that you switch it on and off. That's going to be Velcroed to the back. And I'm Velcroing it so that you see the screw part, so that they can see that they can change it out. Okay, so we know that they know that they can change the batteries if they need to. So I'm putting the Velcro things on this side that does not have the screws. Okay, and then I'm flipping it over and I'm just pressing it there. So see, there's the screws. Okay, now we're going to glue this onto one of these guys here, and it really doesn't matter which one. This is going to match up with this one. Okay, so you start with your first one. Let me just see if I can go a little bit closer. Okay, there we go. Let me get my glue gun up here. I have my glue gun plugged in. It doesn't take a lot of glue. And I have my multi-tool. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I just kind of twist it. So I learned this. I kind of twist it so there's like a little loop there, because that just makes it easier for me. And then I hot glue where that loop is. So I just kind of twisted it, made a little loop, and I figure, where am I going to start and where am I going to end? Because you want to be close to this. So I'm going to start down here, and actually what I could do is I can go like this. I could start here and go around. I want to end closer to the top, or I can start here and go around. But I think I'll start up in this corner, and I am just going to hold that. I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue where the loop is, okay? And then I'm going to take my detail tool, my multi-tool. I'm going to press that into the glue. And then I'm going to take my finger and I am going to press down that glue, okay? And I did get some glue in this hole. Is that a hole? Nope, that's not a hole. I thought that was a hole. If you get any glue in the hole, clean it out right away. Okay, so I'm just going to press that down, and then I'm going to go to the next one, and I'm going to twist that little light. So let me just show you. I made just a little twist. Can you see the little twist? I just twisted it so it made a little loop. And it makes it easier for me to work with it. And then I just hold that down. I put the glue right where I twisted. I take my multi-tool and press it down into that. And then I take my finger, and it's not hot at that point. I'm using the low temp. Okay, so at that point, it's not hot at all. And then I go to the next one. Make sure you're not skipping any lights. If you want to turn it on so that you know where your lights are, that might be easier. If you have a hard time seeing them, just turn your lights on when you're working with them. Okay, so because we don't want to skip a light. I did that once, and I just had to kind of work it in there. But my glue gun's usually on the other side. Make sure you're not getting on your finger. Okay, so I just hold it there with I press it down with my multi-tool, and then I just go on to the next one. And I'm just going to keep going in a circle here, and we'll get this done before you know it. Maybe we'll be able to get both of them done. I might have to take it to my craft shop. I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried if I get there 10 minutes after 8. I'm not, because you know what? I'm not in charge. We don't really have anybody showing up early. Yesterday people showed up because they were setting up, and so we wanted to make sure that we were there. There was someone in the parking lot waiting when I got there, and Sandy had gotten there already. She was there. We did have people that set up completely yesterday, and then we had people that had started the night before that finished setting up. You know, some of us, we have bigger booths. It takes us a long time. And plus we get pulled from thing to thing. You know, figuring out the music, helping people move their stuff around. Consulting with this, you know, figuring out the cash registers, all of that. Oh yeah, we have and we have the two different types of cash registers that use different tapes, and somehow when the cash registers were packed up, somehow the regular tape, because we have one that takes the heat tape, you know, the heat sensitive, that whatever it is, that, and then the other that actually prints with ink. I have one of those from when I purchased the craft show from Judy. The rolls of tape got mixed up. So when I went to test it out, it's like, it's not printing. Oh, the wrong tape is in here. So we always have to test everything. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I have enough. I have 1, 2, 3. I have one in my hand, and then one more, and then one more. Okay, perfect. So we're doing good. We are doing great. Okay, I'm going to glue this, but see how just using that little twist method makes it so much easier to control the wire. And this is the inside. Nobody's going to see your little messy wire in here. Nobody's going to see this glued area. This is for your eyes only. You're going to glue this shut. Okay, so don't stress and think that, gosh, it's a little messy in there. Doesn't matter as long as it's glued down. So just get that glue in place. And then I like to push it with my finger. It's not hot at that point. Okay, and then here's the last one. So I have done it before where I had the wrong backer on it, and I had to pull all of it off. You can do that. I have had to pull all the wire off before. And the wire is really strong. I thought I'd have to cut it out of there, but the wire is really strong. I was able to do it. I got like maybe 3 glued down, and I'm like, oh, this is the wrong backer. Okay. All right. So those are all on there. I usually will test it out, make sure, does it work? Okay. There's my lights. Get that glue strings off of there, and then we'll glue it together, and then we'll put the ribbon on there. So it's -5 there. Oh my goodness, girlfriend. Do you need to match the hook? I'm not sure what that means. Do I need to match the hook? I don't need to. This part you don't have to match. There's only one. There's only one. Only one side has it. Yeah, you don't have to match it at all. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. That's bright light. Okay, so I'm going to put glue around here, and then we're going to glue it together, and then we're going to put the ribbon, a string, and I'm going to look at what time it is. We'll do the other, we can do the other one. Okay, so kind of skip right there. Okay, so that's what it looks like, and then I'm going to sandwich it together. I'm going to make sure all of that wire and stuff is inside of there. And then you're just going to sandwich it together. Okay, some of that glue is going to ooze out. You're going to, I usually take my fingers and go around it. You can take a Q-tip, squish it down good so it's glued together. Okay, squish it together. Art glue, this is the glue I use. Art Glitter Designer Adhesive. Okay, and that's from Amazon. Okay, make sure it's all lined up. Okay, we're good to go. We're gonna do the bow, and I always stick my fingers in something, don't I? We're gonna do our bow, our jute, our bead. Okay, so I found this in my stash. I don't have much of it, but it was red and black. I thought that's really cute. I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna make my bow first. I'm kind of letting it dry. My thought process is it's drying while I'm talking and doing all this. Okay, so you want to forgot to put it through that. Yes, you had to rip them all off. I know. It happens to the best of us. That's why I kind of talked through it. Hi, Kathy. How are you? I kind of talked myself through it. Good morning, Anita. -7. Oh my goodness. That is so cold. Okay, there's my bow. I'm going to trim it. Actually, that side needs to be a little bit bigger. Okay, I'm going to trim it down. Let me grab my scissors and trim it. And then we'll do our jute and our bead. Okay, my jute, I'm going to fold it in half. Pinch that top part. Thread that through. Open it up. Grab those tails. Okay. Thread it through the bead. I chose the black and white check bead. Thread it through there. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I told you, you can do it. Okay, and I always tie a knot after that to keep that bead so it stays there. Okay, tie a knot right by the bead. It keeps that bead down, and I tie a knot at the top. And that's where you can adjust it. Like, how long do I want this to be? I try to do them all about the same. Okay, and then trim that off. And then we're going to glue the bow right here. So we may as well do the other ornament, and then we'll do... So I just put glue right by the bead onto the wooden part. See where I'm putting it? Right there where that wood is. I'm putting it right there. And then I just press the bow right down into that. And you can turn your beads so that it looks nicer, whatever side might look nicer. Okay, so there's one. Let's do the next one that's just the ornament. This is only the ornament, has no lights. We'll do that. I think we're going to have time. I have all my stuff ready. I have my coffee to go. I don't have breakfast or anything, but I do have food in there for dinner. I can get away. I don't have, whoops, that didn't turn out. Let me try it again. I don't have to stay there the whole time. I can actually leave if I need to. I'm feeling comfortable. Plus, the director of the preschool, Tracy, she's been there forever. So she is not new to the craft show. So if there's an issue, she's there to help fix any problems that may arise. So not only that, I have other crafters that have been there, like Blenda will be there. If I need to go grab something to eat from somewhere, I can do that. Yesterday, I had In-N-Out. So Sandy, who's in charge now, she went and got In-N-Out for me and Blenda. So we got to have In-N-Out yesterday. Okay, so this is just the regular one. So this is just the regular ornament. Doesn't have lights or anything. So I'm just doing my bead and my bow, same exact way. And then, okay, so this is a little bit smaller. So sometimes you will get a bead that that hole on it is not opened up all the way. You might need to twist your jute together to get it to go through. There we go. Hi, Cheryl. Guess what? We got your, oh, Sarah, yeah, get to the last one. There's one missing. Yeah, I got your package. I haven't shown it to anybody yet. I'll show it in a second here. I'm kind of rushing because I do have to go out the door in 10 minutes. It's okay. I'm not stressed. We don't open till 9. And everything, everything's fine there. Everything is set up. I will just be bringing in a few things. I'm not worried. Okay. Yeah, I got the shirts. I did not have time to wash them. I always just wash everything before I wear it. Just because, and also make sure it's not going to shrink on me. But let me put you up to me for a second. I'll show the shirts. Thank you so much. They're so cute, guys. Let me show you. Let me show you what Cheryl sent me. Okay, can you guess? Because we talk about it all the time. Look at this. I don't have my ducks in a row. I have squirrels, and they are everywhere. This is me. This is totally me. It's so cute. So that's one of them. So she sent me 2. And then this one, this is my saying that I say all the time. all the time. Don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff. So thank you so much, Cheryl. Isn't that so cute? So, so cute. So I'm gonna wear it. Maybe tomorrow I'll be able to wear it. I just needed to, I need to wash it. It just has a very faint fragrance smell. I know, aren't they so cute? I am just always so careful about that because I know how sensitive my body is to that. So anyways, thank you so much. That was so sweet of you. Okay, let's do the standard. We have time. We have time. We do. Okay, so I'm gonna open these up and then just pull it out straight. Get it all ready. Gonna thread it through. Sometimes I actually say this out loud to myself as I'm working by myself. Oh yeah, I think they're gonna fit just fine. I think they're gonna be perfect. Thank you so much. That was so sweet of you. Okay, then put the Velcro on the side that does not have the screws so that people know that they can change it out. I love them. Yeah, the box was here when I got home last night. So the mailman, I don't know if they had taken it somewhere else, but it did not come on Saturday. It came yesterday. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so you got that ready. Check it too. I usually will check them first, make sure they work. Gonna move that pokey tool. Gonna move that. Okay, now we're gonna glue these on just like we did before. Okay, so it seemed to work out good. So I just take the end and I just do a little twist. Makes it easy for me. And then I'm going to start up here at the top. And I just make sure that I get it lined up. And what I do is I actually hold the light. So the light is right over. It doesn't go into the thing. Some people are like, it doesn't fit. It's not supposed to. It goes over the top of those holes. And then you just glue that. And you're just going to go around the whole thing. I'm going to end up at the top. So we're starting at the top and then we're ending back up at the top. So we're just going to glue it. I twist it and then I put it down and I just keep going. Those shirts are totally me. Those are my sayings. Hi Denise, how are you? Hi Sherry. We are getting the last one glued together. If you missed it, just go back and watch the replay. I pre-painted, I pre-inked, I knew. Well, and I'm lucky I did because I had to reset all my my cameras. So I don't know. I have the worst luck with all of my stuff. I'm always having to reset things. I have to restart it, you know. It's never easy peasy for me on my video stuff. I feel like I do it several times a week. It either doesn't want to talk to each other. we have a little glitch, something. There's always something happening. And now the option to share to my VIP group is not there. To share to my channel is not there. I probably can share after it posts, like maybe from my computer, but it doesn't have the option to share on my phone. And there, yeah, it looks different. So some of the Facebook options have changed. They're always messing with something. And sometimes it only happens to certain people because they have you on beta, which means that they're testing things and you're their guinea pig. And so they don't do it to the entire Facebook community. Sometimes you are the person that they're, you know, a select group of people that they test things on. I might be one of them. Okay, you know what? I think I need to make it smaller so you guys can see a little bit better. Sorry, I didn't realize I'm not up. So I'm just kind of twisting it. Okay, I twist the wire and make that a little loop, and then I just glue that down. Take my multi-tool, press it down with the multi-tool, put my finger on it. And then I'm going to double check. So I have 3 holes left. How many lights do I have? 1, 2, 3 left. Perfect. Okay. I'm doing good. and we're doing okay on time. Yeah, I'll just be running a couple of minutes late and I will be just fine. Okay. All right. There's that. Yeah, it's kind of nice to not have to be the one that has to be there for everybody. And the preschool director, they're always there early because parents drop off. They drop off early. Okay, I think they probably have drop off at 6 o'clock. It would be my guess. Probably no earlier than that. I used to, when I did daycare, I had a military family and they had to be on base, and it was on North Island. If you know where that's at, it's over where Coronado is, and it's so busy. They had to drop off at 5 o'clock in the morning, and we just brought the kids in, put them on the couch. They went back to sleep. I'd lay down on the couch and go back to sleep with them. But yeah, it was so early. Okay, we're good to go. We can sandwich our stuff together. Once we put glue on there, let's check our lights, double check and make sure that they still work. There's a light in each one of those things. Okay, so now we can put the glue and glue it together. Oh yeah, you can probably try to share it to VIP. Yeah, I just can't because it's just not allowing me to do that. Thank you for doing that, Cheryl. If it lets you, I would love for you to do that. Okay, I'm gonna close my glue gun. Don't want to leave that on all day. And then let me glue this together. So it doesn't matter which side you put the glue on. I would say just whichever side looks easier. This one's laying really flat for me, so we'll just put it on here. And we're hopeful for another busy day. It usually starts out busy because parents are dropping off to the preschool and they'll come shop. Yeah, there's some kids that only go there part-time. They go to socialize and get used to being away from mom and dad and to have some time with friends. There's others that are there because parents are working. So sometimes the parents don't have time in the morning. But there are times when they drop off and they come in and they get to shop without the kiddos, and then they'll come back in the afternoon when they pick the kids up from preschool, and they will shop with them and let the kids pick out something. Okay, I'm just lining it all up, making sure we are good to go. And then this is going to go, I do need the hot glue gun still because it needs to go into the base. Okay, we're going to glue that into the base. I usually wait, but I think we're going to be good to go. A little bit of glue there, and then I'm going to grab my hot glue gun, glue that in, and we will be all done with this project. It's still hot, so I'm still good to go. I always put some glue at the back so these bases don't come apart. I actually had a base come apart the other day, and it had glue on it. I don't know what happened. I don't know how that happened, but anyways, okay. We're done. We have our 2 ornaments. One's lighted, one's not, and we have our stander. I'm going to put you up to me. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I appreciate it. Okay, guys. Oh my goodness. I am going to scoot out of here so quickly. I have to wash the toothbrush that I speckled with, and then I am going to be out of here. So I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. If you want to grab these, they are on my website. Let me just give you the link to my website. And make sure you use your VIP 25 so you get your 25% discount every single day. Why is it not letting me? It's not letting me go to it. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let me go back to my shop. It's not letting me even share anything on there. Why? Okay, hello. Collections. Okay, so I'm just going to give you the Christmas section. Yeah, it's not letting me share through boards. So let me just share this. I'll share this whole thing. This is the Christmas collection. Okay, guys. All right. I love you guys. Hope you have a fantastic day. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow it won't be quite as crazy, but I'll have the monthly kit on Thursday. Sorry, that's just my life this time of the year. So, all right. I love you guys. Hope you have a fantastic